Hey, welcome back to Proud Masculine. I'm Joe. Today's video is going to be on this topic of polarity and why polarity is necessary and why it must exist to maintain sexual attraction over time in a relationship. And, as it pertains to sexuality, the polarity is the difference between masculine characteristics and feminine characteristics. And so, and part of a relationship is that contributes to a healthy relationship is polarity. And the polarity is simply just the difference in the masculine and the feminine, and how those two complement one another. And in order for there to be healthy sexual tension and sexual attraction in a relationship, polarity must exist. It's an absolute must. This is not negotiable. You can't have two people in a relationship that compete with each other and how there be a sexual tension and sexual attraction that goes long term. True desire, true raw sexual attraction. It cannot exist. The two cannot exist together. And you see this typically when there's a relationship with a woman with masculine traits, competitive, the self proclaimed alpha female, which is, I don't know. But being with a woman who is competitive with you kills the sexual attraction, kills the polarity. You know, being competitive, aggressive, driven, to overcome obstacles, to overcome, lead, direct. This is masculine traits. And to submit, nourish, love, serve. And I'm not saying being servile, like a servant, not in that sense. I mean along the terms of being submissiveness. And I mean, if you boil it down to its rawest characteristics, is dominant and submissive. There has to be a dominant and a submissive one in a relationship for there to be sexual attraction. That's the laws of nature. That's biology. That's just how it exists. And if you're with someone who wants to constantly be in competition or compete with you over things, and especially little trivial shit, and you're competing with this person, it's not attractive. It's not an attractive quality. It's not sexually stimulating whatsoever. As men, we go out in this world and we compete all the time. We have to compete for jobs and status, and even amongst friends. In martial arts, I'm a practitioner of the art of Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, and it's very competitive. I mean, it's a friendly competition, but it stings when you tap out to somebody and you're competing against that person. And that's a healthy level of competition and aggression and a show of force and dominance to each other. And it's a healthy masculine interaction. That's how it's supposed to look. But these aren't people that I'm fucking, nor do I want to. And so at the end of the day, when a man comes home, the last things he wants to do is compete. Compete with somebody, especially the person he's sharing his life with. And that's just the truth. And being with someone who is competitive is not the same as someone who competes with you. Having a woman who's ambitious and driven and creative and still harnesses this the feminine characteristics and that feminine energy, that can still be very attractive. And it is, as a matter of fact, it is very attractive. But at the end of the day, she still has the submissive qualities. And that's desirable. That's sexy. That's attractive. And so polarity, and even in same-sex relationships, homosexual relationships, there has to be polarity. There has to be a masculine and a feminine dynamic, a dominant and a submissive dynamic, in order for there to be constant sexual attraction, especially over time. And that's healthy. That's normal. Look, if you need my help, proudmasculine.com pricing. Go there, go to the pricing, book a call. If it has to do with getting your ex back, relationship woes, things you're dealing with and no contact, what to do with this time and the space, what that work and that process looks like, what the breakup process looks like. I'll go over all these things. And you can also message me by email, proudmasculine@yahoo.com. I'll put all the information in the description. Go like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, hit the like button, support the channel. That helps huge with the algorithm, likes and comments. Then also a donation button. I put in a donation button to donate to the channel. If you find value in what I say, go donate. If my content is valuable to you, which I know it is of great value, donate to the channel. It only helps grow the channel. Gives me more time to provide this value to people who need it. And improves production quality. It only serves, all the donations go straight back to the channel. But, so you can be with somebody, you can be with a woman who is competitive, who has ambition, who is driven. But at the end of the day, when she comes through the door and she's home and she's with you, it's not a competitive nature. It's not a competition with you. If there's any competition to exist within the relationship, it has to be the thought of it's you and her against the world, or you and her against, other things, you and her competing to create something better together, not against each other. That is a huge turnoff. It kills polarity. And at the end of the day, it kills the sexual dynamic of a relationship. And it always will. And that's the way it's designed to be, biologically. That's one of the dichotomies of attraction and sexuality, is the opposites do attract and create that polarity, which is absolutely necessary. So anyway, that's all of this one. See you on the next one.